Good morning, students. Today in this session, we will be doing Crossing the Bar by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Now see the objectives of this session. By the end of this session, you will be able to understand the background of the poem. You will be able to understand the style and language used in the poem. So now, let us discuss the form in which poem is written. Crossing the Bar has 4 stanzas of 4 lines each. Each of these stanzas has alternating rhymes, giving the entire poem a rhyme scheme of ABAB, CD, EF, GA. The 4-line quatrains resemble ballad stanzas with their alternating rhymes that are consistently masculine. So children, here are a few important words. Let us see the meaning and try to understand. Quatrains means a stanza of 4 lines, especially one having alternate rhymes. So quatrain means 4-line stanza. So see alternate rhymes. So A rhyme scheme is followed by B in second, A in third and B in fourth line. Same way, C in first line of second stanza, D in second line, then C in third and D in fourth. So stanza of 4 lines, especially one having alternate rhyme. Now ballad stanzas. Now what are ballad stanzas? The 4-line stanza known as quatrain, usually only the second and fourth lines rhyme. So here you can also see the second and fourth lines rhyme. That is why this quatrain resembles ballad stanzas. Masculine. Now what are masculines? A rhyme that has a single stress syllable at the end of a line like me and see. So you can see the word me, it does not have any breakup. The see, it does not have any breakup. So it is single stress syllable. The rhyming words which are used by the poet have single stressed syllable which are known as masculine. Tennyson has carefully manipulated the rhymes, making bar a rhyming word in the first and last stanzas of the poem. So you can see the first line of the poem, it ends at bar, and the last line of the poem, it ends at bar. So he has manipulated the rhyme scheme by taking bar in the beginning and bar at the end. So now let us understand it very easily through an example. So see the word overcoat. So when we have to do breakup of a word, breakup is done according to the vowel sounds. So the breakup comes coat. Now this word has 3 vowel sounds. So it has 3 syllables. So syllables are the vowel sounds in a word. Now see this example. Da-da-dum, 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 da-da-dum. Now here there are 2 syllables. Da is an unstressed syllable and dum is a stressed syllable. When one syllable is unstressed and it is followed by a stressed syllable is known as meters. Now we will be discussing about meters in the next slide. In the poem Crossing the Bar, the poet has intentionally used various meters like iambic diameter, iambic trimeter and iambic pentameter. Now see. Another skillful variation occurs with the metrics, that is rhythm of the poem. Rather than employing the traditional pattern of the ballad, Tennyson has extended one line in each of the first 3 stanzas into a single iambic pentameter. We have done in the previous slide. Iambic pentameter consists of one short or unstressed syllable followed by one long or stressed syllable. So see here in the previous slide. So da-dum. So da is an unstressed syllable is followed by a stressed syllable. So it is known as iambic pentameter. In the final stanza, the first and third line are pentameters. This change of rhythm has created a wave-like motion. So he is not stagnant with his idea. He is using various rhymes to have a flow of his idea. See, when I embark, it is iambic diameter. So there are two stressed and followed by unstressed syllable. And one clear call for me. It is iambic trimeter. Means there are three stressed and unstressed syllable. And may there be no moaning of the bar. Iambic pentameter. Means 5 unstressed syllable followed by stressed syllable. The poem's rhythm slows down with the final line when I have crossed and ends powerfully on a final accented syllable, the word bar. We have done earlier, the first line of the poem and the last line of the poem has the same word, that is bar. Now see the next slide, that is language. Tennyson has used simple language and familiar vocabulary. Most of the words are common and monosyllabic. Monosyllabic means consisting of one syllable. So children, syllable depends upon the vowel sound in the word, such as star, call and home. There is one vowel sound, that is why it is monosyllabic. In fact, the poem contains no words of more than 2 syllables. The word born is one syllable word, an obsolete term meaning boundary or limits. So children, the poet has used word born. It is one syllable word. It means it has one vowel sound. It is an obsolete term, means the word born is not used in English now. The word means boundary or limit. It refers to a geographical boundary between harbor and ocean. At the same time, it refers to a spiritual boundary, one that separates the temporal world and the limitless regions beyond. Temporal means relating to worldly as opposed to spiritual affair. So here the poet has used word bar, that is a sandbar, a ridge between the harbor and the sea, and he has used it as a metaphor for the boundary between life and death, from this world to that world. Now let us see the next slide. Tennyson has constructed the bar between life and death with the help of language. He has used specific words and grammar to indicate the certainty of his destination. Tennyson has repeated the word when to make it clear to the reader that the event which the poet is discussing is firmly placed in the future. It will happen, but hasn't happened yet. So the word when indicates that the event death will happen to the poet in future. So he has used words when I put out to sea, when I embark, when I have crossed the bar. So the above use of when is contrasted with the use of indefinite phrases like and may there be no mourning of the bar, and may there be no sadness of farewell. I hope to see my pilot face to face. Thus Tennyson has made a clear distinction between events which he knows will happen and events which he hopes will happen. So he knows the moment when he will depart, there will be mourning, there will be sadness, but he is very hopeful that he will be seeing his master face to face when he will die. The next point here is background of the poem. Crossing the Bar has an interesting history. It was written by Tennyson in 1889, 3 years before his death. The poem was conceived as an expression of thanksgiving. Conceived means formed. Tennyson, then 80, had recovered from a serious illness. Biographers point out that the poem was written on the back of an envelope in 20 minutes, the time taken by the ferry crossing from Leamington to Yarmouth on the Isle of Wight. Biographers, a person who writes an account of someone's life. ferry, a boat or ship for conveying passengers and goods, especially over a relatively short distance and as a regular service. So you can see here the poet has travelled from Leamington to Yarmouth, the Isle of Wight, in a ferry. So Tennyson wrote Crossing the Bar in 1889, 3 years before his death. He was then 81 and had fallen seriously ill. So in this poem he anticipates his death and gives expression to his thoughts and feelings in metaphorical language. So children, see, the poem gained immediate popularity and was eventually set to music. It was one of the anthems sung 3 years later at the poet's funeral in Westminster Abbey. At Tennyson's request, the poem is included as the final poem in all editions of his poetry. Funeral means a ceremony or service held shortly after a person's death, usually including the person's burial or cremation. So, Crossing the Bar was being sung at his funeral and was included as the final poem in all the editions. So children, your homework is plan word meanings of the poem on your Reverie textbook from your workbook. To revise the background of the poem and the style and language used in the poem. Children, at the end I would like to mention that you have to revise your poem thoroughly so that you can quote the lines from the text to get good marks. So revise your poem thoroughly. Thank you very much.